But snow, sleet, ice, just in time for the first full day of winter. Solstice tomorrow, so the day after that. Couldn't hold off, could it?
First full day of winter, it's really going to feel like it. And winter begins at 1:48 tomorrow afternoon. And right about that time, you're really going to begin to feel the chill and that east wind kicks on in. So, yeah, we have a lot going on with this storm system that's coming on through.
You're going to be a busy guy for the next few days.
It's going to be kind of wild. So make sure you're prepared for this because it's some of the coldest weather we've seen in about 8 years or so, going back to February of 2014. Not yet, though. It's 42 degrees and cloudy. The rain has stopped in Portland, but look at this. Western Oregon still pretty mild, fairly typical for December. Eastern Oregon, 20s, 30s, but then Pendleton again sticking out with that 19. Farther north, it's 2 in Spokane right now, only 18 in Bellingham and 15 below in Winthrop. And we're going to see wind chills like that in the Oregon Cascades, 15, 20 below as we go into Thursday and Friday. Then farther north, this is the source of that really cold air up in BC. 45 below up at Fort Nelson, it's 7 below at Cranbrook, and only 4 below in Kamloops. So again, I point that out because that's the source of our cold air. So today we hit 49, but look at the record low. It's 13. So we're capable of getting super cold in here in December, as you would expect, but it doesn't happen all that often. In Portland, in February, looking at the historical record, we only drop below 25, 5.8% of the time. We only drop below 15, 1% of the time. That's going all the way back to 1938. We may do that on Thursday morning. That's how cold it's going to get. So the cold air dropping down from BC, but this is really the problem part of the forecast is all this moisture out here over the Pacific. That's a warm front. That's going to move towards us after we get all this cold air in place. That sets the stage for overrunning, which means the warm, moist air overruns the cold, dense air below it. So here we are on Thursday at midnight. So about 24 hours from now, cloudy east winds have kicked in, but not much going on. Then during the day on Thursday, 3 o'clock or so in the afternoon, it begins to snow fairly lightly. But then we see a transition. See all that pink? That's freezing rain or sleet. And this may be significant sleet, which is ice pellets. Sleet is ice falling in the air, landing on the ground. Freezing rain is falling as a liquid, then icing up as it hits. Either way, it'll be icy. And then as we go into Friday, we're still looking at freezing rain in the Portland area Friday night. And finally, by Saturday, the model's showing it confined to the gorge. We'll have to watch that. This is a weak southeasterly flow. Should be rain in the Portland area by then, but the cold air likes to hang on, so we'll have to watch the timing quite quickly. So as far as snowfall goes, this is interesting. The models have backed off on our snowfall quite a bit. In fact, not showing any snow in Portland by 4 o'clock on Friday. But it sure does show the ice. Watch this forecast. A little bit by later Thursday. But then Thursday night and into Friday, suddenly we're upwards of 1/3 of an inch of ice here. More on the way after that, and a big bullseye of nearly an inch of ice in parts of the gorge. So again, this is going to be a real mess in the gorge and for the Portland area too. It's not just going to be in the gorge. As far as the rest of the country goes, I know a lot of people traveling come Thursday. Our cold air, we're on the western edge, but the eastern edge of it will form a big storm in the Great Lakes. If you're flying to Chicago, Minneapolis, maybe Detroit, and then back east, those airports are likely going to see some big weather delays. Portland right now, we're at 42. Freezing level was 6,100 feet, but it's on the way down. On the coast, cloudy fine tomorrow, but then the winter storm watch on Thursday. Even the coast will get freezing rain with temperature staying below freezing during the day on Thursday. Valley's winter storm watch for Thursday, no problem tomorrow, but it will be cold, beginning to get windy. Up in the Cascades, it is going to be brutally cold, not so much tomorrow, but on Thursday, highs will be in the teens or single digits, and the wind chills will be below 0. So really be careful if you're going to be up in the mountains. Rains ending tonight and then cloudy and cooler tomorrow, highs below 40. And then look at these temperatures, 17 on Thursday morning, not a record, but close to it. High of only 24, high of 35 on Friday, but that's not until midnight on Friday. Notice the Friday high and the Saturday morning low are the same, as we should begin to warm up overnight Friday and into Saturday and Christmas Day right now. With any luck, we're back in the 50s.
I was going to say, look at the rebound into next week, but that right now is a long way off, all things considered.
Yeah, those 2 days, Thursday, Friday, may go by rather slowly.
Yeah, thank you, Matt.
You bet.